Back to Saeed TV. We are live. Something happened there, Double A?
Your mic was moving mad at the start, but you're good now. You're good.
Moving mad. Oh, is it good back? Yeah. Okay, cool. Big up to everybody who's here. Make sure you are liking the video. Welcome to the Sunday night Unfiltered podcast with me, Double A, and Flawless. Double A's has come from a Italian tour, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Where have you been, Double A? Let the people know, man.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about it later, but obviously just dropped a vlog from going and watching my first Serie A game. Went last weekend. So went to Milan, Turin, Bergamo. Nice little tour up at the top of the north of Italy, mate. I swear to you, what a place. Like, honestly, I don't think... It's going to be hard to watch Premier League football after watching Serie A. I'm not saying the quality is the same, but the refs and the fans... different level, mate. It was fantastic. Yeah, so dropped a vlog on Friday. If you want to go and check it out after this show, go to AAFC and go and check it out. I would much appreciate it as well, to be fair. But big up to Saeed. Obviously, it's good to be back. Big up Flawless. It's been a minute. And obviously the best chat on YouTube. Someone just said, "Did you get Rabiot from Trin?" I tell you what, I would have had a better chance. I would have had a better chance than Murta would have. Anyway, I had more chance of me getting him than that idiot. So. But no, I didn't, sadly. And I come back with Chiesa, if anyone. But there we go.
Nah, definitely, man. Big up to Double A back on as well. And Flawless, as always. Big up to Flawless in the building. Flawless, what are you saying, broski?
I'm blessed, man. Good. It's good to be back on as always. You know what I'm saying? Always look forward to the show. Big up. Good to have Double A back. Large up the chat as always. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. Always good chopping up with you, Saeed, as well. And before we even get started, how was the event yesterday? I'm so pissed that I couldn't get to it.
Yeah, no, it was good vibes, man. You know what I mean? Aaron I've never seen Aaron dance like that ever. Yeah, Aaron was in the dance floor. You get me chopping it up. Yeah, it was a good event, man. Good event, good vibes, good energy. It was for a good cause as well, man. Talking about mental health and whatnot. And yeah, man, it was good, man. Good vibes, good energy. So yeah, man.
Next one I'm there.
It, man.
Next one.
Yeah,
It must have had my old address since I've moved here, so I didn't get that invite. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
no. You know what? To be fair, you'll be there. You'll be there next, man. You're gonna be there next. I'm telling you, man. But honestly. It was good, man. It was a good event now. Proper good event. But yeah, man, we're back to business. Talking Man United. And you managed to join the international break. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching Planet Earth a minute ago, like, you know, just relaxing. Like I'm enjoying it.
Planet Earth is very good. Planet Earth is
Planet
very,
Earth
very good.
Is good, man.
It's entertaining.
I
What
can't
you
lie.
watching
Planet
on?
Earth.
Is it the iPlayer?
No, it's on BBC One. BBC One.
Oh, so that means
BBC
if
One,
it's on
yeah.
BBC, it means it's on iPlayer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch it. What
Bro.
was it? Was it the one with the lizard and the iguana? I think it was.
No, it was about it's about these kind of, was it wolves? I think there were wolves in the Amazon rainforest, and they were chasing these deers. And they were hungry for a
what I'm with, man.
Like,
I want to see the beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to see the ruckus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see them in their normal habitat and everything's peaceful. We don't care about your family. I want to see the animosity. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Can I just say, we're 5 minutes in the show, already avoiding talking about Man United.
Exactly. Exactly, man. We just have a vibes episode, man. You know, them ones there. So, listen, man. I like to switch off. I don't know what you guys, but Premier League, especially Man United, it's draining because we talk about every minute, and it's one of them where, you know, it's never good news. So it's like when you have time to switch on, switch off, man. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing, man. But Flawless, everything been blessed with you?
Yeah, man, all good. You already know. Like you said there about switching off from Manchester United. That's the good thing. Double A just said it. 5 minutes into the show, we ain't trying to talk about Manchester United. Like, I actually look forward to this international break because it saved me having to watch us. That's the worst thing. You went to a whole nother country. Saeed was out. I was out yesterday. It's kind of like, it was just good to not have. That's the only part of content creating I don't look forward to is Manchester United watch-alongs. It's the only thing I genuinely do not look forward to. Everything else is great. Oh, United watch-along. Jeez. Okay, so but yeah, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up to everybody who's here, man. And make sure you do hit the like button. Helps the algorithm at the minute. So make sure you do that. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's talk, man. I wanted to discuss about the attack because, you know, Rashford, you know, didn't really do well against Malta. Garnacho didn't get into the Argentina squad. To be fair, he's still young anyway. Antony not in the Brazil squad. You know, we haven't even got these guys firing when, you know, they need a bit of confidence in the international break. Martial's not in the French squad. Hoyler's been off. He's injured. Are you guys concerned? Start with you, Double A, man. Are you concerned about the attack at the minute? You know what I mean? It's not looking great, man. It's not looking good at the minute. One goal.
Been concerned since the summer, mate. Like, you know, we spoke about it so much on here. Like, we didn't do enough to get the right people in. Like, we needed another striker to help Højlund. Højlund, 20-year-old up-and-coming talent, isn't enough to carry this Manchester United attack. Also, and we spoke about it before, the way we play for our strikers isn't set up to make them succeed. We know we have wingers who are very greedy, and the form, you know, I'd go far to say it's probably the worst attack in the Premier League. It has to be. The way the cohesion, the teamwork, the willing, the drive, the enthusiasm, the bravery. For me, watching this team a lot this season, that's everything. I've just named everything that our attack lacks. We don't have any of that. And, you know, ideas, they run out of ideas very, very quickly. They're very safe. I mean, there's so many words you can use to describe how bad we have been going forward. And, you know, Rashford, you have to talk about the most because he's given a massive contract on the back of last season. He is seen as the star player, the big name in the team, you know, the Manchester lad. and I said it from the start of the season. The only thing I wanted from Rashford this season was consistency. He has to show that last season wasn't a fluke. But you come to the realization, for me, that he is not a purple patch player. I've said that before, but he is just a on-off player. He's never going to be a consistent top-class, world-class striker for me, or world-class forward for me. I just don't see him having that because where you hear the rumors about it being off-the-field influences that are affecting his on-field play. We don't, you know, every player goes through stuff in the personal life, yet Mbappe and Haaland and all these players that we would expect Rashford or wanting Rashford to be fighting for or challenging as one of the best in the world, he seems to have things on the back burner that seem to affect his mental when he gets on the pitch. And maybe that's just who he is. He's going to have a great season, shit season, great season, shit season. And we have to be okay with that. And for me, you know, if it turns out he can't do it again this season, and I would like to see him, he's not going to on the contract he's probably on, but I would like to see him obviously phase to a squad player, because you can't handle the pressure, or you can't hold the mantle as this team's best player going forward if we want to eventually and hopefully one day become a big, great football club again. He for me, if he can't do it and he shows signs of not being interested, not being focused, and playing for himself, then you need to leave the club for me. I'm not saying I want him to go, but I have to go off evidence that I'm seeing. And at this moment in time, the evidence I'm seeing from Marcus Rashford is the output is substandard and it's not good enough. But that goes for all the other. I'm not focusing on him. He's just the main one because of the contract. The rest of the players and the forwards have to step up as well, because you know they're all playing substandard football and it's nowhere near good enough. You're right.
Yeah, you know what it is with me with Rashford, especially just to touch on Rashford first, is that I don't know, man. I just don't know if we could keep doing this one season off, one season on. Like, bro, man's just turning the tap on when he's bothered. Like, that's the thing with Rashford. He plays within himself and he's a confidence player. But, you know, I'm tired of confidence players, man. And the thing is with Rashford, if you don't score goals and he don't really offer much to the team, you know, you don't really get assists like that. You don't really, you know, benefit the team. Hold up plays not great. It's, you know, the way he keeps the ball, I think sometimes he's very, very ill-disciplined in that, man. I think Rashford, you know, we can't keep thinking, oh, when's Rashford going to turn up? It should be at 26 now, we should be talking about when's Rashford going to turn up. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at, Flawless. Like, I don't know where you're at, but I think for me, it's like, you know, when's Rashford going to turn up? It's mad. And against Malta, oh my God, man, it was so bad.
Yeah, I watched bits and pieces of that game. He wasn't good, but he is the definition of a confidence player. If you have confidence player and in the dictionary, a picture of Rashford is what shows up. Like when his confidence is high, he's playing very well and you see that. But when his confidence is low, you see the performances. I've said it before, I think, on this show. There's no middle ground with Rashford. He's either 8 out of 10 or above or 3 out of 10 or below. And that's where he needs to be able to play, because not every time you're going to be playing well. So you need to figure out how to be performing and play a 6 out of 10. And we'll look at that and go, all right, you wasn't good today, but you wasn't bad today. But like I said, there was legit no middle ground. He's either one of the worst players on the pitch or one of our best players on the pitch. Yeah. And we've seen it last season where for the vast majority he was one of the better players. And then with the same attack, obviously minus Højlund. And then we're seeing it this season where as bad as we are and as bad as the attack is, he is sticking out. But again, that's on him. That's on the manager as well. But I think we just have to accept it, Saeed, like the level he's at. He is one season good, one season bad. That's Rashford. So then utilize the attributes he has, get better players in around him, and use him as a squad player. Because can he score goals and get assists and be helpful to Manchester United? Yes. But should he be the main man? No. In regards to our attack, it wasn't good last season, and we didn't address it enough in the window. Like, yes, we signed Højlund, okay, plus column. Go and get another striker. Because there was this myth last season that, our players create enough and the team creates enough and all we need is a striker. Well, we signed a striker who, as bad as the team is, general consensus from most Manchester United fans I've heard is Højlund's a good player. We like Højlund, good finisher, like what he offers the team. So how come we've now got a striker in who we actually rate and we're still struggling to create? We're still struggling to score goals. It comes back to, again, individuals. Individuals, our attackers, are awful from a creative standpoint and putting the ball in the back of the net. And then the manager's not helping that. Because if you have limited attackers, okay, put together a system to help them, whether that's, for example, playing on the counter attack. We don't create a lot. So, all right, let's draw the opposition onto us and then hit them on the break rather than trying to break down low blocks. But our attackers, they got away with murder last season and it was because of Rashford. The only difference between our attack this season and the attack last season is Rashford. Rashford had put up goals, say he had scored 8 goals and got 4 assists. We would not be having this conversation. But now you take away his goals and you see what people forget. None of our attackers got double figures last season, apart from Rashford in the Premier League, in terms of scoring goals. I think Bruno got 8 or 9 and 2 or 3 of them penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking from open play. What we're saying, he scored 6-7 goals, and I think it might have been Cass with like 5. Garnacho got 2 or 3. So this was a problem right then. It's just that Rashford had got 40 GNA across all competitions, 18 league goals, however many assists. But our attack has been not good.
And he got him in a period where it was after January, so he got them all just after January, December time, and then he didn't score after March. He's only scored 4 goals in 18 games, is it? So has he scored the amount of goals that he's not scored as well in terms of that period? I mean, if you look at it, like he scored a period of how many goals he did in that period, but then also he's not scored he's only scored what 1 goal in how many appearances? So it's tough, man. I mean, this comment here from Chow, big up to Chow. He says, big up panels, great show. Yeah, man, big up to everybody watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Remember, Ralph was against giving new contracts to Rashford. I don't know, innit? Obviously, he didn't really sign it anyway until this season. So it was difficult. He was always going to sign that contract. Like, I don't believe this idea that he was never going to sign the contract. He was just, his brother was flirting with other clubs to raise the price up maybe of maybe his contract.
And that's the smart thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You raise your value 100%. Like as a player. And he was coming, let's not forget, he was coming off a good season. Like we all, like general consensus, vast majority, people might change their tune now was, last season was a good season. He was an integral part of that, whether you like Rashford or not. I guess whether his goals came in a bunch or not. Take away his goals and we look like how we look now. And I said this all last season. That's why even at times when he wasn't scoring goals and wasn't playing well, I said, he's a limited player and he's out there by himself. And we are seeing it now. Because once his goals and assists have disappeared, there's no one else putting up any numbers whatsoever. None of the other attackers, Højlund, Antony, Martial, Bruno, Mount, the list goes on, Garnacho. And then we don't have any creativity from our fullbacks. Eriksen's our most creative player from like a deeper area. You can say, cool, that's it. But again, this ties into the players not being good enough and then the manager not putting a system out there to help him. But
yeah. But then again, what system is it? You know, I mean, Højlund's suffering. I mean, he scored in the Champions League, but I think a couple of the goals he's made himself. I think one of the goals, Rashford, to be fair to him, did put a nice ball in for him to get a tap in for one of the goals. I think the other goals have been tap as well. We've not seen that. Then he had his goal where he ran off with it. In the Premier League, I don't know what it is, man, but these players cannot simply, A, finish off their dinner, or B, just have the confidence and the nous to... What happened to just strikers having that element of, you know what, I'm going to win the game myself.
We don't create enough, Saeed. No. Minus the Luton game, where I will be like, all right, Højlund should have bagged. He had a couple very good chances. I think Rashford missed one as well, or it might have been Garnacho. I think Garnacho missed one as well. We don't create a lot. You can count normally, max, we're going to get 2 clear-cut chances in a game, like Premier League-wise. So, like, that's not fair to the attacking players in regards to, all right, if you miss one chance, you may not get another chance the whole game. All right, what's going on? It's an hour of the game's 90 minutes, like, plus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the something to say. Like, I think like these players as well, their confidence goes down after missing a chance. Like, I've never seen so many players like they miss a chance here, their confidence just goes like relax.
They know they ain't getting another chance till the next game. Probably that's why.
I think it's a bit of arrogance as well. I think they actually think because I play for Manchester United, I'm this good, I'm that good. That's why, you know. You never see this Manchester United team. You're not seeing a Manchester United team for a while go for the juggler of a team. Like they really press them and really look to hurt them. Like you know, you could actually fall asleep watching them at the edge of the box. Like I don't understand why they think they have to pass, and then you know it doesn't help that none of them can cross the ball. Like we literally have a team other than Eriksen potentially, no one else can cross the ball. Like Shaw's not bad.
Yeah.
But everyone else is absolutely dog shit at crossing the ball. And someone raised a good point about Rashford there, just to touch back on him, like saying that he's just a player that plays on the break, but he never used to be. Like I think it was at 1920, him and Martial had that really good link-up season. And there's clips from then when he could take players on. He was skillful. He looked dangerous when he got the ball. He looked like he wanted to try and take people and get to the byline. And really cause danger. That was all gone now. All he does is he's just a bumper car. He just wants to run into players every single time. And you know whether his brain's not attached to his feet or whatever, and he can't do what his brain's asking him to do. All that just seems to have gone. And the bottom line is he's not developed that side of his game at all. He's relied on scoring goals and hopefully becoming a great finisher. And you know, he's very one-dimensional, and I think as we see in the Premier League, and it's the same thing I said about Antony, that if you don't add variation to your game and you don't try something new and you don't keep your fullback guessing or defenders guessing, they will clock on to you very, very quickly, and then they will make every game you play in this league very, very hard. And Antony and Rashford, on Sancho as well, when he's playing, all suffer from that greatly because they are too one-dimensional. And like you say, soon as a couple of things don't go their way, as we've seen so many times, the heads go down, and it's Rashford. His head goes down mentally, and it also goes down physically because he'll just look down, won't look where he's going. Like I say, barge into a bunch of players. But it's so frustrating to try and watch this football team and this attack try to score goals because you know. I'd say us three could start up. I've seen Saeed on the Big Six Pro clubs. Us three could start up top and score some goals, mate. So I worry that that's the case. If us three, not saying we're bad ballers, but you know, if we can do better, they definitely should be doing better.
Big up D-Train, member of the channel. He says, let's be honest, Weghorst freed up Sancho in the second half of the season. In general, Rashford is a poor player. Can we play two up Rashi and Tony? I don't think we can do. I don't think Martial gives you what Weghorst give you. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't even know if he's got the mobility. I think Weghorst had a bit more mobility than Martial. You know, I'll be real with you, and that's crazy to think of that because Weghorst wasn't the most mobile striker, but he ran around. Whereas with Martial, I don't know if the ball sticks to him as a glue nowadays. I don't know if that glue. I think that glue's run out, guys. So anybody thinks that glue is Martial. Exactly.
You don't trust
his body's broken.
I think there was a game at Old Trafford when I can't remember which game it was now. He come back from injury and he played second half, and obviously he's shooting straight for them, so it's right direct. So I get to watch a lot of what he's doing, and you can clearly see when a ball's meant for him to really go full pelt, he just won't even attempt it because he knows. I think if he really puts his body to the line, it's going to break down, and you know he's just injury prone now, and unfortunately for him, it's just another case of another player that's not hit the heights of what was great potential for sure.
Almost 2024. We're still talking about Martial, man.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man.
It's almost 20. It's almost 2024, and we're.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. These conversations have to be gone, man, and that's one of the key decisions of what Jim Ratcliffe has to sort out. All these little fringe players that us as a fan base keep talking about, you have to let them go. We need a fresh start with half of these dross. They've got to go, man. We don't want to be having a situation where we're having to look back at, oh, what if and what that. Nah, man, you have to get rid of these players, man. To be fair, Martial's got 1 year left on his contract. I think for me, he's going to go.
Just keep it steady.
Yeah, bro. Even if he scores 20 goals at the end of the season, for me, has to go, man.
Yes.
Like, come on, man. Like,
you know what's really sad about that? What's really sad about that whole situation, about what you just said then, let him go. Like, this is a problem Man United find themselves in so often with having to let players go. Like, you talk about Lingard, we should have sold Lingard, the club didn't because he sold him a promise. You know, Pogba, like, fucking hell, man. Like, how are we just allowing this deadwood to stay at the club? Phil Jones, all these players stay and then just leave for nothing because we can never sell them because they're on too much money or they're too injury prone or they're just shit and no one wants them. Like, you know, it's just bad mistake after bad mistake after bad mistake at this point. It's a joke.
Shit, nobody wants them. You ain't lying,
bro.
You ain't, you know,
it's true though because of the high wages as well. It's the big up Eddie, man. It's the wages as well, man. We put them on astronomical wages, like, and this is the thing that if Rashford now becomes bad in the next year or two, and he doesn't rediscover his form, you know, we're stuck with Rashford. You know what I mean? And this is why I keep saying, like, you know, this is why if they go and if they don't go, it's not a big loss. If you told me now Rashford's leaving the football club, is it a big loss to anyone? I'm telling you right now, everyone's replaceable.
Everybody's replaceable. I was going to say that's insert player name here. I won't cry. I won't be bothered if any of these man. I want them all to go. I'm tired of having these same conversations. Like,
Martinez,
sorry to cut you off.
Martinez is the only one.
Like obviously, people, when I say that, there's exceptions. So I'm not talking about Martinez. I'm not talking a Casemiro. I'm not talking like a Maino. But I'm saying the vast, like, 99.9% of them.
Yeah.
If someone said such and such is leaving for nothing in January, I'm not gonna fight and be like, no, they need to stay. I'm done with these. I'm been done with these, man. I'm like, just move them on, get new players in.
Yeah. I think the thing for me is obviously when you do talk about these players like Antony now, like who's gonna want Antony? I mean, Ajax not gonna want him. Like, you know what's mad about that thing? Yeah, there was that Twitter Ajax account. Yeah, he was like telling United fans 100 million is a lot for that player, and we all thought it was a lot for the player, but I was more excited about the player. Even the players disappointed. Forget the price tag. The player. I thought we were getting something from Antony. And bro, we've got nothing. We've got one Barcelona game, the Arsenal game, and the Nottingham Forest game. Is that the games where he's only played well in? I think it's 3 games I can remember. He's actually played well for 90 minutes, or at least majority of the game. It's Arsenal for his debut. It's Nottingham Forest, and it's Barcelona. He came off the bench that day, didn't he? He didn't even start that game as well.
No,
came off the bench, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's only them games that I can. Anyone remember any of the big games he's had? Maybe Everton away. I think he scored and what Everton away. I don't think there's any other game where I'm like, Antony, wow, unplayable that day. Like, there isn't. And for a return of that, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? And that's something that we can't get ever back.
It's multifaceted, isn't it? Because he was always a prospect anyway. He was 22. He's only done it in Eredivisie, which we know isn't a top league in Europe. So if he goes to Liverpool, if he goes to Arsenal, if he goes to Chelsea, if he goes to City, or even Spurs, he's a 30 to 40 million pound prospect.
Yeah,
that he's allowed time to bed in, and we see how he goes. But then he's probably coached properly. The problem with Manchester United, and I'm not just blaming the board, I'm blaming Ten Hag as well for pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. But you have to hold some degree of blame onto the board more, because this is a player Ten Hag said he wanted when they were talking to him about taking the job. So this is even before the season finished, 21-22. Ajax were having a car boot sale. They were kicking everyone out of the club. Everyone was going down and getting a bargain at Ajax. They were selling everyone.
Car boot sale.
Do you know what I'm saying? They were selling left, right, and centre. Serious. Back 2 for 1 and shit. Like, but we went in and then pissed around for a little bit with Antony, and then left to chase fucking De Jong, because we're going to do one transfer at a time, as we know. Then go back right at the end of the summer when they sold everyone. They've got the money in. They've replaced them. They don't need to sell. So therefore, I'd say, you're not taking the piss out of us now. You're not coming back after the car boot sale's done. We've packed up and gone home. If you want him, you're going to have to pay the premium. But Manchester United cannot negotiate deals properly, because he's a 30 to 40 million pound player. A lower end sort of risk. But because we've spunked all that up the wall for him now, it's always going to be just be pinned to him. So he's never been allowed a bedding in period, because he has to produce straight away, because he's a Jack Grealish on that level, 100 million pound player. He's a Caicedo, he's a Rice, even though he's never played in the Premier League, and he's not used to it. So when he scores on his debut, United fans get excited, as you would, because it's brilliant. Eric Ten Hag's man comes in, scores a goal against Arsenal, and then obviously he's found the league, and he's found playing for Manchester United a lot tougher than he would have expected. And yes, Ten Hag hasn't helped him by keep playing him. So there's various reasons why for me Antony has failed, but he was never going to be, for me, as someone who knows of him and has seen him. I won't say I watched every Ajax game, but I know of him, and as a player that I too was excited for, because I knew of the reputation. He was never here as the final product. Same as Sancho, to be honest with you, because Sancho was not the final product either. But again, it's another player we paid far too much for, because Manchester United do that. So he will go down as the worst signing we've ever had because of the price tag. But for me, I think I can be fairer on the player himself, because I knew he wasn't the finished product. But he still has to produce more than what he is doing, because what we're seeing isn't what that player does. That's not his game. We saw in the World Cup for Brazil, Rafinha was starting ahead of him, but he was bringing TJ was bringing Rafinha off for Antony, and Antony was doing more. He was showing clear signs of what a great player he was, and he's done it for the Brazil team before. But as always, so for some reason, he's a dark cloud over Manchester United that seems to suck up every player's talent and every player's confidence and every player's ability to kick a ball 5 yards and absolutely dashes it out the window. So that's what we're seeing with another player. But like I said, the club, Ten Hag, Antony himself, all have to take share of this blame because no one's helped each other in getting the best out of this player. And I don't think we ever will see it under Ten Hag anyway.
Yeah. Big up to Football or Soccer with a super chat. Says, off topic, but going to Old Trafford for the first time in February. Any food recommendation, fellas? Haha, big ups. Let's hope for big changes coming soon. Big up, first of all, on your first game at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? It's always a good one when you go to your first game. Where would I recommend? You can go down to the Lowry. There's some food spots over there. There's like a mall. You can go to
Nando's over there, isn't there?
Yeah, Nando's as well. You can get your first Nando's if you want. There's some food space over there. You can go down to White City, which has got a load of food places over there. They've got also Nando's there and a couple other spots as well.
Hit me up with Nando's.
He'll double A for Nando's. It depends what you're looking for, though, my guy. It depends what you're looking for in types of what type of food. If you say, then we'll be able to tell you, like, hey, big up, what's it called, months in the big city.
Yeah, big up.
Do you know what Old Trafford needs? It pisses me off. They don't have no yard food trucks anywhere.
They used to, but it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. You know what I mean?
Did you used to have yard food? I didn't know.
No flavor on the pitch. No flavor off the pitch. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, man.
They're boiled chicken and a bit of salt now.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. It's the same old fish and chips and all of that, man. Bro, bring up culture, man. I know, man. Maybe one day, innit? You know what I mean? We'll see. Also, you go to MLK Burgers as well. MLK Burgers is round the corner from Old Trafford. Quite a nice burger spot.
And that being said, this is to anyone in the chat as well, because I've not tried it yet, but I was walking through town yesterday, and then I seen that there's a Popeyes. Have either of you man tried it? What's it saying?
No,
I've never tried it. I've never tried it though.
Okay, I've never, because I've obviously it's an American brand, but he brought it over here. Obviously, it was closed because it was late at the time, but I was like, let me try. Hey, chat, let me know. It's literally it's Piccadilly Gardens. It's right in Piccadilly Gardens, right there on the corner. Like literally, you can't miss it. You can't see it. And I was like, okay. And I was hoping it would be open late, but it's not. But I was like, I'm definitely gonna try this. So chat, let us know, people. You're supposed to show people I really don't want to talk about United, but here we are. I'm saying.
Yeah. 100%, man. The UK version of Popeyes ain't great to me. Like everything when they bring it over to the UK, it's not the greatest.
They tried to make it healthy. No, man, runner's the unhealthy food, man. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying?
You only say it's not as good because the portions are 3 times as big as theirs. That's all it is.
Is it a
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like, runner's the bigger portions, man. Say get the chicken sandwich. All right, I'm gonna try it, man. I'm legit gonna go town just for the Popeyes, just to see what it's saying at some point.
Yeah. We'll see, man. But big up to you, man. Football or soccer. But listen, I think for me, you know, I mean, going back to the original comment, but you know, what I mean, I don't know how many goals. Like I said, we got 58 last season. I don't know how many we'll get this season because the way we're playing right now is it's not looking good, bruv. And it doesn't, like, you know, you look at games now, it's 1-0, and this is why I'm not looking at the form guide. I feel like for me, yes, we are the most forming team, but I feel like so much context to it. Like one goal either way could have went either way. I know our defense held out, but I just think, you know, you can't keep doing that. It's not sustainable for me, you know, just to keep saying 1-0. Like, you know, last season we were doing 2-1s as well, even at home. Yeah, and that was like, there were some games where David De Gea made some big saves, you know. You know, the defense was on point. Rafael Varane and Lisandro. I was at Old Trafford, and those games, I remember West Ham at home, we got over the line. There was so many games where, like, relief. We got over the line. But it was the first season I could accept it. But the second season, I'm like, right, we need to have a bit of a lead here. Let's score a couple of goals, you know.
You could even say last season wasn't really acceptable because you go off evidence, and I know it's different horses for different courses or whatever, but there's evidence of managers coming into a team straight away and stamping their authority on the team. We can talk about De Zerbi. It shouldn't take that long for a manager to stamp his authority on a team and the way he wants to play things. And I'm not having this excuse that the players can't do it. They just can't do it. I understand the Gegenpress one was funny to watch because I was at the stadium when that happened, and that was hilarious to me because I thought, these guys are just shit. That's all it is. They're just shit. So it's like, so when people are saying they can't play the Ten Hag way, or they don't want to play the Ten Hag way, it's not that they don't want to, it's just the shit. And he's stuck with some players. There must be a reason why this manager can't get his ideas across on how he wants to play. Because what we're seeing and what we're witnessing every single game, he's not sending the team out to play like that. That's not what they do in training, and that's not how we see how he envisions his Manchester United going forward. And like you say, you can accept it first season to a degree, and the success of a trophy, a final, and becoming third in the league. Kind of, it's a springboard, and it's a building block, it's a foundation. Like we all said on here so many times, what we want to see next season or this season is us closing the gap on those two teams above us. Say it so many times, but we couldn't be any further away. And that's why I say this season is almost like it should have been the start of last season, because that was coming off the back of the worst season we've had in the Premier League. What's going wrong? Is it the upheaval with the sale? Is it the fact that the manager is now pissing those players that like to cause trouble in the dressing room off? It's all a bit mad, mate. But I can't believe that the manager is setting us up to play like this. I think, like you said, it's survival football. It's getting through every game the best he can. But at one point, we've been lucky with City because it was only 3-0. But at one point, in one game, we are going to get an absolute hiding, because eventually the goals that we're scraping are going to dry up, and our team will really put us to the sword, unfortunately. Like, I mean, you look at the Copenhagen game and then the away, and I mean, how embarrassing. How does that happen? How does a professional football team allow that to happen with teams of internationals, a team full of internationals and players who are supposed to be at the peak and, really.
To you, double A, because they're just shit. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. They're just shit. The manager's performing at a shit level because the pressure's getting to him. Do I believe that Ten Hag is a bad manager? No. But we are watching him crumble under the pressure. I don't even know what we want to do. I don't think that in training, I don't know what we're doing. I think we're just going out there and just running around. I don't think there is a plan. I don't think he's setting these players up with clear instructions of how we want to play, because we look different every time we're on the pitch. Our performances literally depend on the level the players are performing at in said game. So the Copenhagen game, for example, that first 40 minutes, not only are we playing terrible opposition, the players are performing to a good level. And then you see it. As soon as we face any adversity, as always with these players all season long, we crumble. Whereas last season, it was completely different. We were so resilient. I think we only lost back-to-back games 3 times. And one of those was the opening 2. Yeah. So, we kept bouncing. Even when we got bad defeats, I was like, all right, we're going to bounce back. And more often than not, the vast majority of the times, we did actually bounce back, which shown the resilience. You can still be organized and still be defensively solid. That's why I don't hear it when people talk about all the players that are missing and injuries and not being able to play the Ten Hag way. You bought these players. How many more players do you need so you implement your system? I'm not even talking about it looking exceptional. I'm not talking about champagne football and going to win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. How about we just look like an organized, functional unit? How about we just do the basics? All I'm asking for, and we don't even do that. That's why in training, I don't think there is any clear plan, because we just look different all the time. But one thing we are going to look is terrible. Win, lose, or draw. The performance is this relief. When we win games,
that's what it is. Yeah. Spot on. Yeah, you're right. It is relief. And this is where, for me, the manager has to have some element of a style. And that's where it will breed the confidence. I mean, this is what Abdishek says here. Big up Abdishek says, we need a manager who does not bend his style to accommodate these players. Either you enforce your style or get out, get Xabi Alonso. I mean, the thing is,
not in terms of the get Xavi Alonso, but in terms of enforcing your style. You can enforce. The players can fail to do what you want. But if we see that clip, right, this is what the manager's trying to do, and it's failing because the players are not good enough, I think everyone holds their hands up and go, you know what? All right, cool, to an extent. But then again, how many players have you brought in? These are your signings and players you've put your arm around. So like making Bruno captain, that's your guy. Rashford, new contract, your guy. Delo, you gave a new contract to, your guy. Never mind, Onana's your signing. Martinez is your signing. Casemiro's your signing. Eriksen's your signing. Amrabat's your signing. Antony's your signing. Højlund's your signing. How many more players? So you need what? 20 a squad all to be of yours to see a style. Not a successful style, a style. Come on, man. Come on. What are we talking about?
This is the thing, though. That's where I think everybody's at right now. You know, substance over style, and you know, when we get these new players who are coming in, like they're gonna be what style are they gonna bring in? That's why I'm like, it's gonna be interesting to see what Jim Ratcliffe and their guys what they do, what footballing structure do they come in with? Because you know, do they want players who have flair? Because we don't know what Ten Hag's style is. So it's kind of difficult to buy players that suit his style because you don't know what he's brought in now. They don't have goals in them. You know, so I'm kind of confused as to what players are going to be brought in. And if it does go against the manager, so then what's he here for then? Because then if he's not going to be implementing his style of play on these players, he's going to then drop them. And then when he drops them, he's going to be like, well, they're not ready yet. Well, hold on a minute. The football structure has brought the players in for you. They have to be ready. You know, I mean, we can't do this situation where they're not ready. I want players that come into the squad and make us better straight from the off. Like, not, you know, wait for the style. No, let's play them straight away, man, and let's get them in the team. You know, this idea of waiting and bedding in. Mason Mount, I did not buy Mason Mount for him to be bedded into what we're doing, what system. Bro, come on, man. You should have known your style of play and then be like, right, okay, you're going to do this and you're going to be this function. You're going to be like, you almost, you know, that certain thing that you need for the machine to work, that missing piece. Mount should have been in there, like, straight in. You put the penny in and it starts working. Not, we'll wait and adjust. What do you mean wait and adjust?
Well, yeah.
Well, there you go.
So what you're saying is really Mount is not an important cog. He's just some fairy dice on the.
Yeah, even fairy dice, because at least fairy dice look good. You know what I'm saying? Fairy dice in the like. You know what I'm saying? He's just an accessory you don't even need. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's an arts cable when you got Bluetooth. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't
like,
need.
He just made no sense whatsoever. Like, why have you got this here? Because you mentioned it there, Saeed. How do you buy for his style when we don't have a style? Having a style is just basic.
That's what I'm saying.
Football 101. That how you should have. That?
He said this summer that he wants to be the best transition team in the world. So that to me tells me he wants players fast on the press, who can close players down and get the ball quickly and then transition up the pitch to score goals. But Mount and Bruno are not going to do that for you. They're not two players that are going to do that.
That's what I don't understand. Check out Saeed with the surveillance TV and that. Man just went CCTV. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I don't know what's going on there.
Saeed about...
Yo, what the flip, man? What has my camera done?
Yo, Saeed about... Saeed about to take over the world and that. He looked like he's about to do a news report. Not a news report with breaking news. He about to but yeah, that's just what it is. Yeah, you're back. That was crazy, that. That was crazy. That was crazy.
I tell it to Smurf for a little bit then. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
But yeah, like you should like you mentioned it there, he wanted to be the best transitional team. All right, go and buy pace and power players then. Because you need that to be. But he went and signed Amrabat, Mount, you have Bruno. Like Højlund fits that if you're trying to do the transition, but Antony don't fit that. Mount don't fit that. Bruno don't fit that. Amrabat don't fit that. What are we doing? So that's why it's just what
I can only go off like again evidence. Like we was talking about Rashford before. Like you know, players coming in that don't fit a manager's style, system, beliefs, or whatever. Isn't the first time it's happened under Ten Hag, is it? We've seen it with every single manager since Alex Ferguson that this happens. And listen, I'm not happy about Sir Jim. I don't think I ever will be. I don't, you know, if you're keeping the Glazers, for me, you're an enemy of the club. If you're happy to get into bed with him, regardless if you live down the road from Old Trafford or grew up, whatever. The only hope I have, or it's not even a wish, but the only thing I hope he does, if he's bringing in this structure, and it's not a new CEO, it's not a new director, whatever, it's scrapping all them shit coaches and fitness team that we've had since Fergie or since Moyes or since Van Gaal. The fact that the manager can't come in with a whole new team, can only bring two players or two coaches or two people that he trusts, like what's he called, Van der Haag or whatever, or
his twin.
Yeah, and McLaren, like the fact he can only bring 2 or 3 people in with him is absolutely ridiculous. Like you need to clear house of all those that have failed and it has caused, because there must be a reason that we are shit, and you have to look on the training pitch. And we have to say, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Right. What do we do? We have to get rid of all this shit that's still hanging around and stealing a wage since Van Gaal. They're clearly not good enough because we've not been good for 10 years. So for me, if we're going to have this whole new football structure, he's allowed to take over the footballing side. And, we've had fucking brilliant news that Arnold's gone. Murty looks to be going out the door. Is it going to be Blanc? Is it going to be Mitchell? Even, there's talk of 2 or 3 football technical directors, sporting directors coming in, which, if there's a whole team, it may be too many chefs, but there's best in class there, or people that are actually dedicated and football people in the jobs. What they need to do, other than helping the manager in terms of player recruitment and looking at a plan to get us back into not even just winning, just competing and playing good football, is they really need to start on the training pitch and looking at who is taking training, involved in training, and who isn't good enough, and kicking them the fuck out of the club, because it's not good enough, and it's not just down to Ten Hag. It can't be. There's a whole, Darren Fletcher. What the fuck is he? He's a technical director with his boots on every week, standing on hooking sidelines. Like, we don't need you there, mate. Yes, apparently he's liked at the club, but because he was a player, and this whole keeping players, bringing old players in, and past all that, we've seen that with Ollie, and that failed miserably. I don't want any other former player coming in, unless it's like Van Nistelrooy or Andy Cole or Dwight York, who's gone about the strikers. You know what I mean? Someone dedicated to a position. Yap Stam coming in to help the defenders or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, but having a technical director, Darren Fletcher, who's never done it before, like, it's just nepotism, and it stinks. And moving forward, Manchester United just need to get away from that massively.
Yes, and I'm with you on that. Get rid of everybody, from the players, the manager, the coaching staff, the scouting team, recruitment, medical staff. Hey, if I could Thanos click some of these fans away, definitely 100%, because they'll blame us 3 here for this. I know I even got the comments up. There's someone blaming us for Manchester United's poor performances this season. Guaranteed. I see fans like you lot. Yeah, like we out there, you know what I'm saying, letting our man run off us. You know what I'm saying? Like we out there giving up leads to Copenhagen. We're out here struggling at home to lose. Get rid of everybody. I'm with you on that. We need a fresh. We start blow it all up and start again. And with Jim Ratcliffe, I believe it when I see it in regards to 2 things. One, these people get in these positions. So your director of footballs, for example, and then also these people being allowed power to do what needs to be done. Because I'm still skeptical about that with this 25%. Shout out to my guy Kaneki who said it. You can't own 25% of a car. So like, how is this going to work? Are they going to be left alone to do what needs to be done? If that's the case, I'm for it, because it sounds good. Yeah, negative vibes affect the team, like they be paying attention to us. How about you, man, performing and we're happy? How about that?
Yep. 100%, man.
Yeah, you do your job, and then we'll do ours as fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. We'll do ours.
We praise when you play well, we criticize when you play poorly. Like, we're a reflection. We're supposed to be here happy. We scored 13 league goals in 12 games. We're supposed to be happy. We scored less goals than Nottingham Forest, ladies and gentlemen.
Get what you're giving, apparently. Get what you're giving, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
People look at us and praise these attackers. We scored less goals than Nottingham Forest. We are the lowest scorers in the top 13 in the Premier League. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's mad. It's crazy, man. You know what, man? Yeah, to help ease the problem, and we're linked with Antoine Griezmann yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're back in 2019 all over again. 2018 Mourinho with Antoine Griezmann. Good player for Atletico Madrid, but again, would it work at Man United's whole new ball game, the way we play football? I think he doesn't. I don't think he's going to leave anyway, because where they're playing now, they're playing lovely football for Atletico Madrid right now. The manager signed a new deal. There's no reason for Griezmann to be leaving. Like, I think it's so, for me, like, paper talk, like there isn't. But who's out there that United could go and get right now, realistically? Hoyland's out. I mean, I don't know how long he's out for. Is he out to till the Everton game. Is he out for the Everton game? That means we can't really play anyone else other than Martial against Everton. To be fair, he's got a decent record against Everton. He might turn up against Everton, but I mean, Griezmann. I mean, what you say, double A there? I see you shaking your head there, but Griezmann.
Well, didn't this rumor come from a Barcelona paper, which then tells you an outlet from Barcelona who obviously hate Madrid. So it's like straight away, it's just them causing shit for their best player who's been on form and looking unbeatable. Like, and let's not get it twisted. He's a phenomenal player, really good. And I wish he had come back when he kind of sort of led United up the garden path. Then we've been talking to him. He agreed to come in. Was it the November? Then he does a whole announcement video and film how much he loves fucking Atletico Madrid, and he's staying. He's like, fuck off, man. Like, so for now, like, burnt your bridges with me, bro. Like, I don't want you here, man. Like, you're just another Mason Mount. I don't want you here. Just do one. But let's not get it twisted. Like, in a well-functioning Manchester United team, he comes in and he lights up the place because he's a phenomenal footballer. And I've loved him for a very long time. You know, he's sort of. You could talk about Mbappe, but for me, he's France's most important player in that team. I think he was brilliant in the World Cup, helping them get to the final and stuff. So, and he's proven again, you know, that he's a very important player for Atletico this season. But yeah, you know, it's one of them. He's wrong side of 30 for me. Gonna want, was it quoted as 350 grand? We're trying to get away from that. Apparently, we're trying to get the players out that are on that money. We're trying to ship up.
What wage is he on now? Let me see what wage he's on now.
I would say between 175 to 200 grand over there. They won't pay daft money like we pay. I can't imagine.
Yeah, he's on right now. He's on last season. He was on 240 grand a week. So 240 grand a week in euros. Yeah. So you're looking at least 200.
It's one of them. He comes in. If we were to get him on 350, he doesn't play. He's a 3-year contract. He doesn't play well.
No, when he was at Barcelona, guess how much he was at Barcelona? 721,000 pounds. Euros a week.
No wonder they have to sell bits of the pitch to fans. No wonder they're so skinny.
Yeah. How did they do that? I don't understand. They dig
it up first, Saeed, and they put it on a little plate, and then they sell it to people.
40 million a year he was on.
It's mental.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't know how they did that, but yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't afford to do these kind of wages, guys, man. You know, we've got one for Rashford. Sancho will be going. I mean, the thing with Sancho as well, you have to
we just need to stop doing it. We just need to stop doing it because it's clearly not worked, has it? Throwing money at, you know, Maguire on 250, whatever he's on, Martial on 200, De Gea was on 250. You know, we're throwing. I think the thing is with Manchester United, playing for Manchester United should be enough. What comes with being a United player, the sort of not fame, but you know, as soon as you play for Manchester United or the Manchester United of old, the money comes at you naturally. Like we shouldn't have to be going to him saying, "Here's 200 grand upwards every week for you to play for us." Playing for us should be enough. When you come to us, this is what you're going to get from these, and these. You're going to get money for it from companies. Why are we having to add to that by paying stupid money? Because when they do flop, like Antony's a perfect example. Yeah, like 20 grand a week at Ajax, 200 grand at United. Like what are we actually doing?
Crazy. Yeah,
what are we actually doing? Crazy. Like, and again, for a player that's not proved himself, that's a potential player, you've already put him on a pedestal to think he's fucking made it. It's honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. And you're hoping these people under Jim Ratcliffe come in and sort all this out. And if it means shipping off players that are on far too much money that aren't performing, then thank God, because we really do need to start from scratch and really start from the bottom up and see where we are. And if it means it's another 5 to 6 years where we're nowhere near competing, but the culture is different at Manchester United, and that prestige and that, you know, just being happy to play for Manchester United comes back. It's all right saying it in the media when you're asked, because that's what you're going to say is Harry Maguire. But the reason why he won't fuck off is because he won't pay him 16 million. So at the end of the day, well, whatever it was, you know what I mean?
We should have paid him the money that would.
Then he comes back at the end of the window, said, "I'll go on a loan," because he knows we'll supplement the rest of his fucking wages. So straight away, every player you've got that's on certain money that isn't good enough is a fucking mercenary because they're there for the money and the money only. And they'll come out and say they love playing for Manchester United because they do, because they know for a fact that they won't get that money anywhere else because of talent.
Anywhere else, yeah, I know.
Honestly, joke.
You know what's mad, yeah? Big up to everybody watching. We just got 209 like. Let's get that up to at least 350 people if you
likes,
can.
Man.
Yeah, roll up the likes, people, man. Make sure you hit the like buttons. Helps the channel. But the problem is, though, we're not winning right now in terms of trophies, and this is where this recruitment team have got to be extra careful as to what they do. We're not that team that is screaming like. The thing is with me now, with top talent now. I look at that Kubo that plays for Real Sociedad. As soon as we go in for him, Real Madrid will know that because I think he's on loan from Real Madrid, isn't he? Is he still on loan from Real Madrid?
I think he's still their player, right? I think.
Yeah, he's still a player. You never know. He could come back because Brahim Diaz came back last season. He's playing for them right now. They don't really have a right winger. Vinicius now is injured. Obviously, it depends on what happens to him and whatnot. But if they get Mbappe or if they don't get Mbappe, what happens there? But say, for example, a player like that, Real Madrid will know we're desperate because we've done rubbish with Sancho and Antony. They'll increase the price. So then do we go for that player because he's played well for them on loan? And it's like, it's so many situations where I'm like, United have got to be careful. What is their recruitment plan? What players do you buy in? Like, do you go and get De Ligt, who, let's be honest, man, De Ligt, is he, like, De Ligt, like, I'll be honest with you, he doesn't get me excited anymore. Like, De Ligt isn't that player that gets me excited. I don't know what you guys think.
So many more centre-backs you can go and get.
Yeah, go get something alone. It's like the whole Griezmann at 32 going on 33. Why? Makes no sense. Do I think he's talented? Yes. I believe Griezmann's talented, and he also gets output Atletico Madrid, but just let it go. I'm saying I think he's been vastly overrated for a number of years now. I don't get it. Like, I think people get lost in the fact that our players are quote-unquote baller, which he is. Don't get me wrong, people. Supremely talented. Yeah. But there's a reason he's at Atletico Madrid. There's a reason he's won that major in regards to at club level. He went to Barcelona. It's not all on him, but we've seen what happened when he was at a better. Like, we gotta we have to stop getting lost when a player is technically good. When a player is technically good, automatically is like, all right, what's your production? Not only in stats, but also the eye test and also for the team as well. Just reminds me, not to the same extent, it's João Felix all over again. That's what it is.
Yeah.
As soon as people hear João Felix, and I'm like, again, another one supremely talented. But what are you doing for the team? Like, that's what it is. We watch Sancho's that, and I'm a fan of Sancho. Sancho's extremely, as a footballer, is extremely talented. But again, what are you producing? Yes, there's other circumstances before, I know people really dislike when technical ballers are criticized, but it's a team game at the end of the day. All the time.
Yeah,
anytime I mention like Griezmann, like I said, I think he is a good player. But that's why I'm not taking him at United. No, 32 going on 33. Why? Why would, like, for the money we're going to be talking about, and then you look at our team, play him where? I don't think he's a player who's individually is going to make it, like, he'll make an impact in a team with others around him. But I don't think if you just put Griezmann in his team and then all of a sudden he's going to start playing back, he's going to start playing well and everyone else is. I don't think he's one of those. I really don't. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think it's anyhow. It'd be just like us to do this stupidness. This is the type of foolish move we make is go get Griezmann. He's going to be 33 going on 34 the start of next season.
Or do you even do that and just not make any short-term signings anymore? Like, don't do it. Don't add to what we've got right now. Just leave it. Let Ten Hag fix it out and figure it out. Or do we go into the markets? Obviously, the Amrabat, I'm kind of disappointed. A lot of people are now saying that Amrabat's a flop now or whatnot. I don't think he's a flop. I think for me, Ten Hag just doesn't know what to do with him, and we can't get a system to work with Amrabat. I think he'll come good, but again, it just depends on how many game time he has. But there are loan signings that can be done well, but I keep saying, like, we don't know what Ten Hag's doing. Someone say, hey, what is the Ten Hag way? I don't know. So any signings we bought right now, there's only been 2 successes out of Ten Hag signings. Casemiro and for me, Lisandro Martinez. Everyone else, I think they've been hit and misses. I think Eriksen was a free, so I can't really add that. Everyone else, like, you're looking at Reguilon. I would have kept Alvaro Fernandez. Venkos, I think for me, let's be honest, he didn't cut the bill.
He didn't cut the bill.
Malacia. I mean, Malacia is good, yeah, but
that was good.
The problem is that he's
he didn't cut the bill. That's good. Yeah, I'm saying that's good.
If Skull's watching this, mate, you're done. You know.
I love it, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. He did. That's the saying.
I need that quote on my wall, man. That is brilliant. You know what I'm saying? That Saeed, man, never. You one of the legends, man. Never change, fam.
Bro,
that is brilliant.
I'm telling you.
That's what. See, this is what Manchester United are doing to man. You know what I'm saying? That's
bro.
What it is. Man are just tired, man. Just beat up.
Man are just tired. Yeah,
didn't cut the bill. I'm gonna use that.
Who else is there? Malacia. Malacia's been okay, but I'm not going to overgas it as well. Like, it's not been a life-changing signing. You know what I mean? Like, he's meant to be a squad player. You know,
that's the problem. Is the fact that he should have been to back up a quality left back. That's what he should have been, and we'll see if he can reach the level. Because I like Malacia from what I've seen. I just wanted to see him get more game time and a run of games, just to see the level he was at, so we can kind of gauge it. Because it's more of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? The shout out Stephanie G. But that's it.
Haven't seen enough of Malacia. Yeah, but it's a weird injury that he's had, man. Weird injury.
What was the injury?
Happened to him. Apparently, it was a knee injury. They say it was a knee injury, but I don't know.
I would be surprised. I don't know. So much weird. For Visa hear nothing at all, and they see no pictures of him. It's like he's disappeared off the face of the earth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like they because he legit hasn't been here since the start of the season up until this point, and we closing in on Christmas.
It says here that it's a knee injury. I think they put it as a knee injury, but I don't know, bro. I'll be honest with you.
Diallo as well. Diallo just had got an injury, and we just didn't see him at all. Like, what was his in? So it was a knee. All right, that's not good. But it's probably our medical staff. So it is.
Who knows? You get me? You know what I mean? There's been some mad rumors going around and that, but listen, we won't get into that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I don't know, man, because I seen him on the video, the little Man United video that they do on YouTube. They're doing like guest the player or something. I think he was on there, so he was on that video. So he is alive. So
that's good to know. That's good to know.
How's that?
He is alive because you said he's alive. Yeah.
Good to know.
So we know he's still alive.
There's a lot of people that are saying, where is he, man? Like, they're worried and that. Nah, he is alive. He's
there. He needs to play, man. We know what Shaw's giving us. We know Reguilon's a stopgap. Like, all right, let's see if Malacia can make this role his own. But then again, this ties into the recruitment team if they do get here and they have power to do what needs to be done. Go sign a left back. Alphonso Davies is available. Go get him. That's what reports are saying. Why are we not looking at an Alphonso Davies for that price? A player of that caliber.
He definitely wants to leave. He definitely wants to leave.
They're saying like 50 M's, and there's only going to be a handful of clubs who can afford him in terms of wages. Will he end up at Real Madrid? Probably more than likely, but at least go and see. You know what I'm saying? Go and show interest just to see. It might break down with Real Madrid. We all thought Kylian Mbappe was Real Madrid bound. And look what happened there. So he wants to go Madrid, which makes sense. But like I said, you at least show interest just to see. Because there's no guarantee he ends up at Real Madrid. Even though if I was a betting man, I would say yes, he would be. But that's the type of player you go look at. And they're saying he's cheap. What are they saying? Like 50 million. Can play left back.
Yeah.
Can play left wing. Can play right wing. Won everything. Still at the age where he can improve. Wide, but we'll just bypass it. I'm saying go sign Mason Mount now. Fucking nonsense, man.
Yeah.
Manchester weather's like Toronto, it'll be right at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's true, lad. You know what's mad? I obviously, it's one of them where, you know, with our signings, you get me. Like they've been, even though exactly someone said about the Malacia, he was a man to go to Lyon, so we were very, very lucky to go and get him and hijack the deal. But it's not a hijack that normally when you associate hijack, you're kind of like, you got him, but then you have to kick on. He's not been an instrumental signing for Man United. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get too gassed with that. Who else is out there that we bought? Sabitzer obviously didn't work out. Who else has he bought? Ten Hag.
That's the crazy part is I don't actually take out the loan signings, the permanent signings. I don't actually mind too much. I just don't think he's getting them up. Like Onana, I'm cool with. Casemiro, no problem with. Eriksen, Højlund. It's just Mount and Antony. They're the two, and because they're two of the more expensive ones, it's kind of like, and they're two of the attacking ones. You go, the rest of his signings, I'm like, all right. Like I think worst case scenario, we're just talking about Malacia as a squad player, considering the price, cool, but it just hasn't been enough, and his misses have been really bad. Like Antony and Mount back to back, Yeah. I can't think of two signings back-to-back in back-to-back windows that have been so bad in terms of the profile, in terms of both being in the same areas. When I say same areas, people I'm talking about from an attacking standpoint. And then you see the attack suck like it does. That don't help either.
Yeah.
That you spent, what, 150 million?
That's what he signed.
See that? Take Antony, Mount, buying there. We've not seen Amrabat loan, regular on loan. Evans is actually doing all right. And then the new contracts stink as well. Like, that's what
the new contract.
Sure. Like Shaw is just that one. Dalot, both of them.
Dalot, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't rate Dalot, man. I don't rate him. I don't rate him, man.
Yeah, we know you're not a fan. You're not a fan of Dalot.
Yeah,
and Bruno is the captain. Like, again,
it's like Wan-Bissaka. If Wan-Bissaka signed the deal, would you, man, be happy or like? Because I'm not gonna lie, I like Wan-Bissaka, but then I'm like, if he left, I wouldn't be like it's a very, very difficult decision we've got to make, you know. Because I'm looking at the right back for Bayer Leverkusen. I really like him, you know. He's called what's he called?
Frimpong.
Yeah, Frimpong.
But he's just signed a new deal, though, hasn't he? So he's gonna cost a bomb. He's just signed a new deal.
He's gonna cost a bomb. Yeah.
Like
so. As much as I want to buy these players, bro, we're gonna have a conversation about, but Wan-Bissaka's not good enough, and bro, we just have to have a clean slate. I think they've got to come in the way he came in, Claude Blanc guy, when he came into Juventus, he had a fresh, clean slate, and they started to buy players in, and it was fresh. So you have to have a massive recruitment system. People saying keep Wan-Bissaka, but then I'm also saying to you, if he didn't stay or he left, would you be overly disappointed? No. We've got to have them conversations now. If we don't have them conversations now, we will never have these conversations, never.
I feel sorry for Wan-Bissaka because I would 100% keep him over Dalot, and it's a shame that Dalot's been given a contract before Wan-Bissaka, because I think, personally, I've said it before, I'm sure I've said it before in here, for me, he is Ten Hag's most improved player. From him being dead in the water at this club, wouldn't be sold by Manchester United in the summer that Ten Hag came, because the club wouldn't accept what was being offered. For them to be dead in the water and then, you know, kick Dalot out of the team and become the first choice right back at the end of last season, and I think he would have been this season hadn't he been injured. I feel really sorry for him, because I would, yes, we probably do, well, we definitely do need a new right back, someone who's a bit more better defensively, you know, can play defensively and in attack in equal measure, where these two, one's great defensively, one's meant to be good offensively, but can't cross for shit. And I don't know what he does other than talk well in press conferences and shit, or in interviews. I think he's absolutely terrible. He actually looks better at left back than right back, and I won't even have him at left back. So I feel really, again, it's bad management by the club that we've kept Dalot and Wan-Bissaka could go, because I feel like, along with Maguire, along with McTominay, along with several other Martial, I put Rashford in there, you need kicking out the club, and you know, yeah, man, it's just bad mismanagement, and I don't mind Wan-Bissaka. I think he's one that really does try, and he's probably up there for me as one of our best players this season, which isn't saying a lot, I know, but the fact he's been injured and still come back and looked one of our best players says a lot for him than it does against the shit that he's playing with every week.
Yeah, I think with Wan-Bissaka, again, Saeed, you said, would you be bothered? No, I wouldn't be. Do I think there's a space for him in a successful Manchester United team? Yes, because of the attributes, what he brings. Should he be our first choice right back? Absolutely not. He should be used specialist. Where in the Champions League, you're going away where you're not going to have a lot of the ball. You're playing Real Madrid, for example. Vinicius Jr. is on that side. Wan-Bissaka, your time. Same way if we're going away to PSG and you're facing a Kylian Mbappe, Wan-Bissaka, your time. You look at Premier League, we're playing City away where we're not going to have the ball. Whether it's, let's say it's Doku over there, Wan-Bissaka. Same for Arsenal with Martinelli. The list goes on. The same for Liverpool with whether it's Diaz playing over that side, whether it's Gakpo, whatever the case may be. Specialist. He should be used in certain instances for certain games at certain moments, but there should be a right back who is not only competent defensively but offers so much more going forward. Because our fullbacks do not get criticized for the lack of creativity, because they give us nothing going forward. Look at all other teams who have any success whatsoever. All their fullbacks are at least competent going forward and offer something. So whether that's, you know what I'm saying, a body in the wide areas to cross the ball in, whether that's link-up play, whether that's assists, if you look at the better sides like a Trent, look at Trent and Robertson and what they offered. They have offered Liverpool and still offer Liverpool. Look at a City, for example, whether it's Kyle Walker overlapping or whether you got a Rico Lewis inverting. The list goes on. Whether it's at Arsenal, you've seen what Ben White did, you've seen what Zinchenko's done, and even though Arsenal haven't won anything, I'm using that as an example to show what fullbacks can offer. Our fullbacks give us nothing, very little. They give us next to how many assists our fullbacks got?
Probably that's one thing again, and nobody realizes that fullbacks offer nothing.
They offer, and it's been like this for the longest. And then it's not all right to even compensate for that. You don't give me anything offensively. Be defensively the guys, and even from a defensive standpoint, they're nothing special. So you're just out there running around.
I think Delo got one this season, maybe.
Yeah, Delo scored. Well, I don't know if he got assist. I know he scored the winner against. But even that, So we're saying a goal and 2 assists. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah. Shaw's got like 9 assists in like 9 years or something crazy like that.
Bro, it's crazy.
Delo don't they? I'll give you
right now.
Yeah. Go on.
I'll show you the list right now. I mean, this is the goals I'm going to look at right now. So 5 goals for Rasmus Højlund. Obviously, that has been in the Champions League. Bruno Fernandes has got 4 and 3 assists. Casemiro got 4 goals, and he's not scored since when? I think he scored his first couple of goals at the start of the season.
2 of them was against Bayern. 2 of them goals.
2 of them was against Bayern. 1 was against Nottingham Forest, and 1 was against Carabao Cup header. That was 1.
Okay.
3 goals for Scott McTominay.
Look at all them donuts in the assist column.
Mad.
Yeah. Look at that. And then obviously,
so our fullbacks have given us 0 assists all season long.
Yeah, there you go.
Got a fullback. I haven't got an assist. Jesus Christ, man.
Our fullbacks even so, and I bet if you look at last season, it's probably not too far. It'd be more than 0, but it's not too far away.
I wish I could check last season as well, man. I don't know if
it's even goals in it like.
Yeah. Let me see if I can check last season. Let me check last season.
See them numbers. It's probably 5 between them. Probably 5, maybe something like that. This is the point I'm making. So they're just giving up. And bear in mind, people, I'm not blaming just Manchester United's football fullbacks for a lack of creativity. I'm just saying that's a point where I look at and go, we don't even get it from those areas. And then our attacking players don't give us nothing. 13 league goals in 12 games, and people want to rate these attackers. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. And that's the thing, man. You get me? Why we're not able to do that is it's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be a common theme for United to be scoring goals and assisting. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm trying to see if I can still find it here, but yeah, man. Not many, man. Fullbacks not doing enough. A lot of people not doing enough. I mean, here's the. To be fair, I think I've got something here. Let me just check this one here. I think this is it. So, goals in terms of the goal, Marcus Rashford got 17. Look at everyone else behind them though. Like Bruno got 8, and he got 13 assists. Is that all competitions? So 32 all competitions then. Okay, cool. So yeah, 13 all competitions.
Wait, is it goal? So what is it? Wait,
13.
Wait, so what? Wait, what are the 2 numbers? So what is it saying? Goals, and then what's the thing in brackets?
That's the goals, all competitions, all competitions.
So this is just goals, no assists. All right, cool.
Yeah. No assists. No, sorry.
Right,
cool. Won't be assists.
Nah, that's cool.
But yeah, just in terms of goals, obviously Bruno Fernandes.
Wait, Sancho got 10 goals last season.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, what? He did well when he came back from. He came back from thingy. He did well, when he came back from his
little break. He got 10 goals across all comps.
He got 10 goals all competitions. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I had no idea.
Antony got 8. Casemiro got 7. Alejandro got 5. Fred got 7.
Yeah, Fred had his best ever season for goals and assists, didn't he? And we got rid of him. Fucking idiots.
Yeah. Ronaldo got 3 and he left in December. That's mad. You know that?
Wasn't playing. Hey.
Yeah, he didn't play.
Steven Gerrard saying he's the GOAT. That's mental, isn't it? Do you hear that? Seen that today?
That's mad, that, when you deep it. Yeah, Steven Gerrard. Yeah, no, listen.
Steven Gerrard said what? Man. Said who's the GOAT?
Said Ronaldo's the GOAT.
Oh, what is it, Fez?
Yeah. I mean, he is wrong, but still, it's nice to he is wrong.
Yeah. 100%. I don't know, man. You get me? Like it's peak, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's what we need to come down to. Like that. Why we're not doing it enough? You know what I mean? So I feel like for me, the team It's not functioning as a team, man. If we're built as a team, we will score more goals, we will do more as a team, but we're not even doing that. And then you have to rely on individual moments. And when you rely on individual moments, it's difficult because someone has to step up. And none of these guys are stepping up. Like none. Like
They
generally,
can't,
defenders are stepping up. Defenders.
They can't step up. They can't.
No.
Where to double A? They're just shit. They can't step up. Like that's it. Like they can't. We asking players who can't do it. Look at the numbers in a good season where they had a better platform and defensively we were resilient, and we had the longest new manager bounce ever seen known to in the modern day era. They didn't put up numbers. Take Rashford's goals and assists out of it, and you look at our attacking players in terms of numbers. Nobody had impressive numbers. Nobody even had, to be fair, even moderate numbers. So then you take away Rashford's numbers, then you take away the defensive resilience and us playing worse as a team. These players can't. They just can't. Can they perform better to the level they are? Yes, but we're talking about them stepping up to the plate for Manchester United Football Club. They can't do it.
No.
Incapable. You don't have the facilities for it.
You look at every game this season. I didn't watch the Luton game. I'm not even watching anything back.
Don't watch it.
Interested. I was quite interested.
Yeah.
So watch it. every other game I've seen this season, we've been second best in every single game. Like, why are we the only club that can't progress? We can't show any sort of progression, willing. Every other team you would say plays better football than Manchester United, and you have to look at it, and the evidence is smacking you straight in the face. You know, it's giving you a nice 1-2. It's the collection of players we have amassed and have on our wage bill are fucking shit, are terrible, are some of the worst. Not only, I'm not even going to put it down to footballing talent because some of them could play football well elsewhere. The mentality is shit. It stinks. Like. They think they've made it without actually ever making it. You know, you've got Harry Maguire coming into Manchester United, 4 relegations on his CV, never won a fucking thing, becomes the captain after 3 or 4 months. Like, what the fuck is going on? What? How have we become
crazy, isn't it?
Everything, and I mean everything that Manchester United fans used to take the piss out of when we were obviously in our pomp, in our heyday, winning things and challenging for every single thing. You know, the fact we've been allowed to regress and have people in power like Woodward and Arnold and the Glazers just to allow this club just to fester and become just an absolute joke. And, you know, I'm listening to you two talking about the attackers and you're looking through the goal stats and all this, like, it's fucking depressing. It's actually sitting here listening to you.
It's depressing. I know. Like, it's depressing, isn't it?
Why the fuck am I wasting my time? I feel like why am I wasting my time? I feel how am I in November and I'm firstly going to Italy while United are playing and not going to games. You man are talking about fucking watching Animal Planet and shit. I'm watching, bro. Yeah, I mean,
I'm asking about Popeyes.
Yeah, bro. How has this club got me not wanting to watch them? Do you know what I mean? Like thinking, well, if I miss a game, I miss a game. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. And this club will tear you down, and this club has teared me down for the last 10 years. And I just think one day, hopefully it'll stop. And then, listen, again, I'll say it. I have no faith in Sir Jim and all this smoke that he's blowing up everyone's ass. I ain't going to fall for it because at the end of the day, the only thing I wanted, I'm not saying I want Qatar in. I'm not saying that, you know, Sheikh Jassim was the savior. The only thing I've ever wanted was a full sale because I don't believe that the current owners deserve anything else from Manchester United from what they've taken, you know. And the fact they're getting 1 whatever billion that they're going to take half of is fucking disgusting. And we've so to a degree we won't have ourselves to blame because we've not ramped it up enough to, you know, you think what can we do, but at the same time it's just disgusting. And we're dead in the water for me.
Yeah, we are. We are dead in the water with these, man. Like 100%, without doubt. Like we know this. Like we suck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just legit what it is. Like, and will good times come again? Absolutely, good times will come again. We just don't know when. Football goes in cycles. We've been in worse predicaments, not us.
Been a long
I'm saying
cycle.
Manchester United has it just feels that way. Let's not forget, like Manchester United have been relegated in the past. Manchester United have gone 30 to 40 years without a Premier League title. So as bad as it is, don't let rival fans people over exaggerate. Oh, it's the end. No. All you have to do is talk to olders worse than me. My pops tells me about it. You don't remember this. And he's like, your old man will do the same if he's a United fan. He'll say the same. I remember. I remember someone United getting relegated.
Yeah.
We ain't dealt with nothing like that. We're just dealing with a bad decade, which it is, and it's probably going to be a decade and a half. Cool. Saying, but like, let's not go overboard. Like, we've gone long. You can literally go and Google Manchester United major honors and see our title droughts. And we've had longer title droughts than 10, 12 years or whatever the case may be. What are we talking about?
The thing is,
I'm gonna say the problem why it's so bad, the problem why it feels like the end is because it's the people within the club that are doing it to you. It's not the fact that there's back in the 70s, it's just because obviously United were at that level. There's other teams that were better, but United are such a juggernaut now. And I was having this conversation the other day, and rival fans will say what they want about this. Manchester United, for me, I'm not saying at this moment in time, but in terms of a club, United, Real, and Barca are the three biggest clubs in the world. That's undeniable. That those three names resonate throughout world football. So for me, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a United fan and there's that bias there. Those three should be the leading lights of football forever. You look at Barcelona, you look at Real Madrid. Whatever Barcelona going through right now in terms of the money, they are doing everything to still be one of the best clubs in the world. Like building a stadium because Real Madrid have done it, Barcelona are doing it. Like they consistently keep themselves at the top because that's where they feel they belong. Manchester United should be doing that as well, and they're just not. And the only reason they're not is because the people that own the club don't give a shit and just want to constantly take, because they know if they keep United at a certain level, top four here and there, cup here and there, the money's going to keep coming in. How the fuck we've managed to get another 900 million deal from Adidas for 10 years?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because we're a juggernaut in terms of revenue. We never stop.
Revenue, yeah.
But
it's like juggernaut. It's like it doesn't translate on the pitch, and it's like mate, imagine what we'd get if we were winning league titles, if we were challenging in the Champions League, in the challenge.
In the social media era,
150 mil easy, and this is what this club, this is what these owners don't really get.
Is that? But then that makes me more skeptical of the Glazers with Jim Ratcliffe in charge. They easily know they could get double the money of what they're getting now if United were better structurally. So why change now? That's why I'm like, every United fan's getting too excited. I think for me, you've got to be cautiously optimistic. All of a sudden now, they want what's best for the football club. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
It's a red flag, mate.
It's a red flag, yeah.
He couldn't buy the club outright. They knocked him down for 7. He wanted 100%. They knocked him down to 50. Then they knocked him down to 25. Now he's only got 12.5% of their shares and 12.5% of the A shares. So he's only got a little bit of a say. Yeah. He can still be outvoted on anything anyway by the Glazers. Then he's talking about, well, he's still going to buy the club. He's going to put this, and this in. But then you think, bro, this is coming from your personal wealth. It's not coming from Ineos. So your personal wealth is what, 5 to 7 billion? You have not got the funds to make this club. You cannot compete against Liverpool. You cannot compete against City. You cannot compete against Chelsea. You cannot compete against Newcastle. And you can talk about whatever's going to happen to City and Chelsea, whatever. But in terms of right now, you do not have the money to compete with these teams. Like, United can make money. United can make money hand over fist. But even if that is the case, they still do not have money to compete against these two big juggernauts in the Premier League at the moment in time, which will be Newcastle and which is Manchester City. So him coming in and promising all this bollocks, it's just smoke up the ass. We still don't know his exact plan on how he's going to buy him out, if he's going to buy him out, if he's going to be allowed to buy him out. So for me,
carry on, because I got a question, because you just made an interesting point. Carry on, Double.
So for me, it's just a case of a vanity project of a guy who supports Manchester United, who's tried to buy Chelsea, who's tried to buy Barcelona, now wanting a piece of Manchester United because he knows the money's coming in. And I believe that there's going to be another round or another league of another Super League. That's probably why these idiots are staying on, because they know for a fact something's coming.
That's why I believe it when I see it in regards to these players and the players. Sorry, these people getting these positions of power. So, like I said, director of football, etc., and then them being allowed the power. Just to clarify to one of the comments, because you put up on the screen, the guy was talking. Luke Shaw has 17 assists in his Premier League career in 241 games. I don't know how many of those is for Southampton. Hear what I'm saying, people. 17 Premier League assists. And he's been at Manchester United for what, 9 years? And he played a season at Southampton? So you know what? You lot do the math. But people still want to be here year 9 and defending Luke Shaw. All right, cool. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just Google's free. You have to do is Google and chat. Hey, you can go check. I just literally Googled it when I seen it. Let me just double check this.
Again, that's another conversation we're having after 10 years. The super chat here from Zayn Miassi. It's been a while, Zayn Miassi. I hope you're well, man. I hope Arsenal's not turning you in that. He says here, you can't get Griezmann. Arsenal are getting Tony. Is it that time to call Hollyland a flop because he scored 0 goals in the league and it's almost halfway? Listen, man. You know what I mean? You worry about Nketiah and you worry about Jesus scoring you goals to win the league, because like you said, man, Jesus the best striker in the league, Saka's the best player in the world. You know what I mean? You've got the best defender, so let's see if you lot can win the league then, innit? You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? You stay busy with Arsenal.
Facts, Jesus the best striker in the world, but he's here saying they're getting Tony. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
what are we talking about? Like,
what are we talking about?
And is Nketiah a flop, Zayn? But big up to Zayn, man. Good to see Zayn in the chat.
Yeah,
Lee Gunner as well. Every time.
Big up Lee Gunner, man. United fans have been finessed again by the non-stop PR train that is the mainstream media. Of course, man.
That's why I'm not getting gassed. That's why sorry to cut you off, Saeed. When you said I even cautiously optimistic. I'm not optimistic in the slightest. I don't believe these people.
No.
Sorry to cut you off. I don't believe them. But go on, carry on. All of a sudden they want to tell me they've changed, man. It's like your partner cheating on you, you know what I'm saying? Year in, year out, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden they get to the 8th year and it's like, I'm gonna chill. What? Nah, I don't believe you. There's too much, man, on your resume.
Yeah, that's why it's so crazy. Because you're programmed in your ear. I'm not saying I'm always negative, but every time I see something and I call it out for what it is, it's seen as you're so toxic and negative. But then I look at these guys online, and half of them, I don't even know if they're United fans, by the way, but anything they see online as in general, they jump to the gun. Not only do they jump to the gun, they then put themselves in some circle and say they call themselves a toxic positivity group. And then what they do, they assemble themselves and they're like, right, we're going to push this out there. And I'm like, United's not paying you to say this shit. Why don't you just have your own opinion and stick to what you see? I just don't get these accounts and these big United accounts in general, like, when they put these things out, like, nobody cares what, United doesn't care what you put out there. That's why sometimes I think, have United made these accounts? Because I don't know. They've not got no faces. They've not got anything. Nobody knows anything about them.
Yeah, man. United are very clever and definitely have people looking at social media to see what the fans want. Because if you believe, even talking about before we got Ten Hag, you were led to believe it was Poch. But Twitter and social media was all about Ten Hag. And lo and behold, we go and get Ten Hag. So I 100% believe United feed stuff to accounts and to people to drum up positivity, like I say, toxic positivity. That's all that United care about. Everything's rosy, everything's great. It stinks, but you get, like, you're right, Saeed, and I get it, and I know Flores will get it as well. You get called out for being a realist, and you get called out for not believing bullshit. Like, we've had the wool pulled over our eyes too many times to fall for this bullshit that the Glazers, they hired, I can't remember his name, the guy who used to do Sunday Supplement. They hired an ex-journalist to peddle out PR. Like, they were constantly, as soon as you get 3 bad results, United 2 bad results, they used to always peddle out stories about, we're going for this player, we're going for that player, or we might be getting We might be getting a director of football now. It was the same shit regurgitated every time to take your eye away from what's going on at the club. Neil Ashton, thank you, Stephanie. Because they know how to play the game, and let's not kid ourselves. The Glazers have absolutely played a blinder here in getting everyone worked up, thinking we were getting a full sale. They've gone and got 25% sold off of the club. They're still in control, and for me, I don't believe they're going anywhere because I don't think I'll never call him Sir. Jim Ratcliffe hasn't got the funds to buy the club. He'll never buy this club. He's knocking on death's door anyway. He's getting on.
Bro,
he ain't buying this club. He ain't buying this club, man. It ain't gonna happen. And
like I said, I believe it when I see it. And in regards to it, I don't even think that's Manchester United. With, like you mentioned, social media and that. No, people are just, when you love something, people don't want to see the real. And this is just in everyday life. And it happens all the time with Manchester United fans because people love the club so much, they will let emotions cloud their logic. That's why we got here in the chat. Luke Shaw's been at the football club nearly a decade. And yet you'll still have people in the chat. I even got the comments up. It was that one comment. There'll be others. And there'll be someone after this show like, oh, how are you still criticizing? And Bruno's been here for how long? Rashford's been here for how long? How much more evidence do you need to come to a conclusion about certain players? But when you've watched someone for 9 years, 5 years, whatever the case may be, then surely it's like, all right, this is just the level that this player is at. And that's just what it is. And shout out to Lee Gunnock. I didn't even know that our Arsenal fans were mad at David Dean for mugging off Arteta. I didn't see that. But they're
mad at everyone, man.
Yeah, like
calling it what it is, man.
Yeah, like
he's the one that created their legacy.
Like when we criticize, whether it's you or Saeed, you'll get it more so than definitely me and Double A. But any of us will criticize, and then people will criticize us like we're out there playing. Manchester United will lose, and people will say Saeed's toxic. We'll go out there and perform the way we did in the Manchester derby. You'll pay your good money to go there. It's cold. It was probably raining. Of course he's pissed. And people will get mad at you for being mad.
Yeah.
Like what we talking about?
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? That's Manchester in November.
Like you should accept.
You should just accept it. But then they won't criticize the people who can actually impact it, which is the manager and players on the pitch. But people will get mad at you or Double A or me for tweeting something or saying something on one of our platforms.
We have standards. We can't accept. We're not going to accept this bullshit that we're fed every year. Nah, man.
No, 100%, man. You know what I mean? Speaking of writing, big up to Lee Gunner, but Ian Wright commented under my Rashford post, man. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Bro, he started, because obviously I cussed out Rashford, but I said it in a way that I found it pathetic, the way he's strutted around the football pitch in a Manchester derby, thinking that he was above everyone else, not tracking back. And then he goes like, oh, are you doing this for views and whatnot? And I said, bro, I've been watching this guy for like 6 years. You know what I mean? I've been repeating the same shit. It's not for views. It's I'm giving my honest opinion on Marcus Rashford. He's an average footballer. And he goes, oh, you're just doing it to be negative. And what is this all about? You know, how would you like it if someone said it about you? And I said, bro, every day there's people on here saying, I'm a shit YouTuber, but I'm here every day. So
you see my comments right here. Fuck
just to clarify in terms of how many subscribers you want, Saeed? How many subscribers?
76.
Oh, so you want 76 subscribers. You got thousands of followers on Instagram, same on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? The biggest Manchester United, Manchester-based content creator. You don't need to do nothing for views.
No.
What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
You do numbers regardless. Let's not act like Saeed TV doesn't do numbers regardless, people. Whether Manchester United winning, losing, or drawing, this channel does numbers. What are we? It's there to see. You know what I'm saying? You go viral. I mean, your Instagram post or your Twitter post, whether it's positive or quote unquote negative towards Manchester United, you are doing numbers regardless. Because when Manchester United were doing well last season, did you not do good numbers? When we won the Carabao Cup and you was doing streams after that, was you not doing numbers? Like the last thing you need is you're not no shot jock and need numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can do regular blogs and get numbers. What are we talking about? Now go into your business. I know your channel doing at least $1 million a month. What are we talking about? So you don't need
every month, regardless.
Yeah, you're doing $1 million. You're doing more than certain shows on TV. What are we talking about?
The worst thing that happened. The thing that happened for footballers was the fact that fans have been given a voice, like on YouTube and everything, because it dissolves this narrative that fans are happy just to support players and clubs we will call out bollocks when we see it. If you're not performing, we have a right as paying fans, which we are, to say that we are not happy. If you don't like it, maybe you should stay off social media. Maybe you should stay off YouTube. Maybe you should, or here's a funny thing: play some fucking football and play a lot better. How about you do that first? Yeah, do that, and then you don't have us moaning about you. Fucking idiot! They wind me up, these players, man. Like, I love Ian Wright. I love Ian Wright. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Ian Wright. Same. Absolutely, yeah. But of course. How are you defending what Marcus Rashford is outputting on a Manchester United shirt? You can't defend it. He's not doing good enough for the money he's paid, for the how high he is in the dressing room, how thought of he is in world football, not even just English football. Yeah. Like, he's not performing. And we as fans have a right to say whatever we want about him, as long as it's not, going over the line, and which Saeed never does. He just displays his displeasure at players underperforming. And that's what we are allowed to do. So, listen, as we all know, we get flack as people on YouTube because we're not real fans. We don't go to games. We're not players. We don't know what it's like.
That is you two are there, win, lose or draw. Bear in mind, people, for those that don't know, I know Saeed's a worldwide channel. Manchester's cold. You know what I'm saying? And that Manchester is supremely. That's why you see everybody there: coats, gloves, woolly hats, snoods. You know what I'm saying? Even 3 or 4, 2, 3 hoodies underneath. Even when it's supposed to be warm, Manchester's cold and it's raining, people. So to disrespect the likes of Double A and Saeed and say, what's it called? Just because you go to games and you pay your money, don't give you the right to criticize. Double A hit the nail on the head. Perform better. If you perform better, you get praised. Yeah. That's what it is. You perform poorly, you get criticized, and you are on a worldwide global scale. That's just legit what it is. You have to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad. Because if Rashford was performing well, Saeed's gonna be there praising him after the game. If he was performing well, Saeed gonna praise him, but he's gonna criticize. Yeah. So whether you agree or disagree with Saeed on his criticism is fair, but you can't defend and say Rashford is playing poorly. Don't forget who the messenger is. What was the message? People too focused on that.
But I feel like that's what it is though with things now. It's not
Saeed, if you did if you had one view on that, no one ain't saying nothing. But because it does thousands, that's the problem.
There you go.
Too much of a voice.
There you go, man.
Nonsense.
There you go, man. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. It's been a good show, man. Big up to everybody who's here. Big up for Tom. What's he saying here? Well, technically, if Manny has strong winds, of course, it's gonna be cold. In reality, Manchester is not that cold. Now, listen, this guy, he was outside Old Trafford with a t-shirt on, man. I don't know this for
Timo crazy. Timo crazy.
Timo's crazy. So he was outside what was the stadium in Stamford Bridge? I seen him on TV with a t-shirt on, man. I was like, bro, I don't know what you do, man. I don't know what you do, but big up to you.
All the strong winds in Manchester just the gas around Marcus Rashford, to be honest, mate.
Well, listen, that's crazy, man. But no, big up to man. We're gonna wrap up here, man. It's been a good show. Make sure you like the video, people, man. I'll see you. Yeah, man. We'll see you there as well, man. Don't worry, man. You gotta hold that L. You know what I'm saying? To Chelsea lightweight, man. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. But yeah, man, big up to everybody watching. Make sure you like the video. It's been a good show, man. Very, very, this will probably be the most relaxing ever be for the rest of the season because next week it's going to be big Everton away, man. Bro, Everton away, yeah? But watch out, guys. Watch out, mate. They are going to come for us and they are going to be mean. And you know what? United don't handle that well. In pressure moments, United don't handle pressure. So we're going to find out, Double A. So next Sunday, we will be there. We will be there.
United seem to have this thing about, playing teams at the wrong time. New manager bounce. You think of Villa, Emery, and that. We always get that new manager bounce. Now we're getting them on the show the world that we shouldn't have had 10 points taken from us bounce. I mean, it's typical United, but Everton away, been there. Good away day. But we seem to do mixed bag in it. We do all right sometimes, and then we get spanked on the odd occasion. But listen, after a couple of weeks away from United and that bubble, hopefully the players can come back. We keep saying it every single week. Hopefully the players come back and they start to play and we start to see something going forward. Listen, it's lottery and what you get. You know what I mean? It's a 10p mix up from the corner shop. You don't know what you're going to pull out of the bag anytime soon. So Is it one of them fried eggs? Is it a blackjack? Who knows, man? We'll just have to wait.
Bro,
and
blackjacks, nah, not for me,
fruit,
man. They were all for
fruit salad.
blackjacks,
Fruit salad boy. Is that what he is, Saeed? Yeah, bit of fruit salad.
I was loving them jawbreakers, man. Them jawbreakers and that. They were my thing, man. Get them jawbreakers. What else was nice? Them the little lips. What they call the lips, man. The lips.
The lips. Yeah. The lips.
Yeah.
the lips. Yeah.
No, obviously they're not.
Cola bottles, man. Cola bottles for the win.
Yeah, man. I didn't mind them ones, but yeah, cherry mix. You can't get them nowadays, man. Now you're paying what? Like 10, 15 pounds a bag, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Double A guy, yo. I've missed
Double
A, man. I've missed, man. Yo, this guy's hilarious.
This guy's hilarious, man.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
Bro, fucking hell, man. That's funny.
That's crazy for you.
That's a break.
Yo, serious though. So good to be back. Honestly, miss not being here doing this show. Big up to Saeed. Honestly, you know, don't listen to Ian Wright, one of the best creators out there. Obviously, good through bad. Saeed's here giving you top quality content. So if you haven't subscribed to him already, which would be mad to think that you're watching this show and not subscribed to his channel, subscribe to his channel. Make sure you're liking his video. Big up Flawless as well. Sarcasm City doing big things. Make sure you go and following him, subscribing, watching him, and just supporting him. Big up to the chat, best chat on YouTube. I get distracted from what these two are saying because I'm reading the chat loads because you guys are just mad and I love it. But if you've liked anything I've said and you think you might want to watch more of me, go over to AA FC. That is my channel. Like I said at the start of the show, went to Italy last week, went and watched my first Serie A game, did a vlog for it, 23 minutes of me just loving being mistaken for Italian and nearly getting killed on electric scooters and bikes.
Wow. Check it out.
Oh, so the Italians came up to you talking Italian?
Well, they fully thought I was Italian the whole time. Honestly, I swear, like my Italian ain't great, but it's like, it's just one of them. But AAFC, I'm over there. I've named the channel the Holiday Home of Football. So obviously people say it's the home of football, but I'm the holiday home. It's the place you want to go when you don't really want to be that deep into football. Do you know what I mean? When you need a bit of a break. And something a bit different, it's not too serious and kind of moving away from the match reactions, doing some different kind of videos. So the match vlog is one. I've got a brilliant series starting called Winner Stays On. And it's basically we go and watch a football game and whichever team wins, the next episode is of that team. So it's literally the team that wins is the team we go and watch next. Winner Stays On. Saeed said he's up for it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. We need to check out Stockport County, man, because they're
local team.
Stockport County. Yeah, I mean, apparently it's top of the league, so
I already killed it, smashing it, absolutely smashing it. But I'm not even on 250 subscribers yet, guys, which I think is a bit of a
subscribe, people, man.
So
go subscribe.
Go and get me up. Go and subscribe now. That would be fantastic. But yeah, big up everyone and have a good week.
Yep, there you go, people. Make sure you do that. The video of that, the channel that he went to, is there, people. So go check it out, people. Flawless, big up to you, man. Always a pleasure, man.
Love, man. Always enjoy the show, man. It's always good chopping it up with you, Saeed. Same with AA as well. Big up the chat. Run up the likes here, though. If you're watching live right now, watching this back, hit the like button, subscribe to Saeed's channel. You can catch me, Sarcasm City TV, people, live every day. Talking Manchester United, not just Manchester United, though, the rest of the Big Six, Premier League, plus more. So that's Sarcasm City TV on YouTube live tonight. Probably be slightly later than midnight because I'm going to be on, shout out my guy Lewis, Carefree Lewis G.
That'll redirect, by the way.
So I'll be there, so redirect to there, and then that will redirect then to the Q&A we're doing tonight. And also, we're not just launched it, but we've been going, this month, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. So please make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. We're running EAFC 24 Pro Clubs, so check that out. I'm doing career mode, GTA, plus more live pretty much. If it's not every day, it's every other day on there. Definitely need to chat to Saeed because we want to run a pro clubs, a friendly against the Big Six. And that's to anyone else out there.
Have you got a left winger? Is a left winger available?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know what? If you want in, we'll talk. Yeah.
Come on, man.
100%. We're patting it. Yeah, I'm saying 100%.
Come on.
So that's what that is. Therefore, and if you got a channel, people, we want to run friendlies if you have a channel as well on EAFC 24. But yeah, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and also Sarcasm City TV Gaming on YouTube. Please go subscribe to both.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Make sure, big up to you, First time hearing you guys. Great show, fellas. Take care. Go to sub to both. Say take care, man.
Love.
Big up to you guys, man. Big up to you guys. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, midday live. Lee Gunner, who's in the chat, will be live tomorrow. And then Straight Jacket podcast. Tomorrow could be a big day, man. Tomorrow could be a big day.
Why was
in
going
terms
on
of what happens. I think that's when they were saying that it could be announced in terms of the gym.
Okay. So, all right. Give me some content.
So we'll see. Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. So we'll see you tomorrow. Big up to everybody. Especially your Unfiltered podcast. We're